Hey there! So if you know me at all, you know that I like Square-1, and I've been practicing it a lot, and it's been my main event for the past year or so. Now, the Square-1 market's been pretty stagnant for a while now, with the Volt V2 being the last major release back in 2019. Well, it really has been that long, hasn't it? And well, here comes along YJ with their own Square-1, part of the MGC line, and spoiler alert, it's pretty damn good. First off, as usual, I do have to disclose that I was sent this cube for free by Shop, but as you should know by now, this does not affect my review in any way. Everything in here is my own opinion and thoughts. The packaging for this cube is straight and to the point, which I like. Honestly, can we actually take a moment to appreciate the design on this box? I'm actually going to be using this top part as a cube cover or something. Inside the box is another box, which holds extra caps, a mini screwdriver, and a customization guide. Next to that, it's the cube itself, and that's it. I quite enjoy this packaging. Like I said, it's very straight and to the point. Now, onto the cube itself. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way first. The YJ MGC comes in with dimensions of 56mm tall and 54mm wide, which is the same dimensions as the X-Men Volt V2, and 1mm smaller than the Little Magic Square-1 on all axes. Also, fun fact, Square-1s aren't actually cubes, they're slightly taller than their other two dimensions. The cube comes in at 94 grams and is available for $19.95 at cubeshape.com. But you know how to save 5%, you use code RAF, you know? Right, with that out of the way, let's talk about performance. The turning is quite blocky and smooth, which I can only assume are the result of the primary internal plastic and the unique piece design. I really like the turning. The blocky feel is quite satisfying, and I'm not really sure of a better way to say this, reassuring. And the fast nature of the cube makes it effortless to turn, allowing me to go my maximum SPS comfortably. The main selling point of the MGC is its exceptional corner cutting. The MGC can do normal cuts up to 15 degrees on moderately tight tensions, which goes up to the midpoint of a corner piece. Reverse corner cutting goes up to the edge of the fluorine holes, so pretty standard. But seriously, this Square-1 can corner cut anywhere on the edge piece, and it's a great improvement over any of the Square-1s in the past. Now, onto magnets. The slice layer magnets are very snappy and strong, perhaps a tad too strong for my ideal, but of course that comes down to individual preference. The U and D layer magnets are also moderately strong, and in my opinion, really suit the fast nature of the U and D layers. However, instead of the standard 6 magnet pair array typically seen on Square-1s, the MGC opts for non-standard 4 magnet pairs each on the U and D layers in the E slice, with 2 magnets each in the corner pieces. The edge pieces in this cube don't even have magnets, and frankly, I don't know why. The decision to use the strange magnet configuration does make the cube's stability a bit inconsistent during cube shape, and the decision actually confuses me. It's the only flaw in an otherwise perfect cube. I will say, however, this only affects the cube shape stage, as this magnet configuration doesn't affect stability while the cube is in cube shape. The reason for this is actually relatively complex, and if you want to know why, I'll leave a short explanation down in the description. Still though, it is a small problem that could have easily been fixed during the prototyping stage. Overall, overlooking the small magnet problem, I would definitely say that the MGC is the best performing Square-1 on the market at the moment. Just a warning, this section is going to get relatively technical. The MGC Square-1 features large fluorine cuts in the U and D layers, which I presume contributes to the exceptional corner cutting. You may want to store this cube, however, on the side to avoid dust from getting in. On the inside of the cube features a unique double torpedo mechanism for the edges and corners and an independent vertical leg that connects the corners and edges to the core of the cube. I do have to say, this mechanism is quite revolutionary and, I will say, quite ingenious. With the double torpedo, independent vertical leg, and the fact that the internal piece is slightly recessed into the E layer means that this Square-1 has a lot of points of contact, which contributes to its incredible stability. The independent leg also gives room for the internal edge piece to be reinforced, which is very important, as any dedicated Square-1 solver can tell you the horrors of edge pieces breaking in the Square-1s of old. The MGC Square-1 features interchangeable corner and edge caps, allowing you to mix and match the white, yellow, and black caps to fit your preferred color scheme. The caps are easily removable by simply pulling up on the colored part of the piece. This does take a decent amount of force, so do be careful and gentle while doing this. Personally, my preferred color scheme is white on D and black on U. You can easily use any combination out of yellow, black, and white. Just a small tip for those who don't know, if all you want to do is interchange the top and bottom layers, just remove the blue and green equator caps and swap them. Then just do this algorithm on screen. Okay, I have to admit, I did struggle with the setup of this cube. I remember the frustration of having to clean out this cube a total of 3 times because I couldn't get it just right. In the end though, I did manage to find a configuration that worked super well for me. By the way, feel free to copy my setup if you want to skip the hassle that I had to go through. Out of the box, the cube feels very dry, very fast, and slightly sandy. The objective for my setup was to slightly slow down the cube as it was way too fast to control, as well as add in some substance to smoothen out the sandy feel. To achieve this, I applied 4 to 6 drops of Cosmos between the core and pieces to slightly slow down the U and D layers. And as for the slice, I added a mixture of 4 to 6 drops of Cosmos and 2 to 3 drops of Stardust on the inside of the corner and edge pieces. This created a stable and smooth turning experience that maintained most of its initial speed out of the box. As for tensions, I would definitely suggest having the tensions of this cube pretty tight. With the looser tensions, this cube is susceptible to cube-shaped lockups and even pops. This problem goes away completely, however, on tighter tensions, so I suggest tightening it until the screw is level with this blue piece, then additional 4 or 5 full turns. Alright, final thoughts. I really like this cube. The impressive corner cutting and the incredible stability makes this the best square one on the market right now, without a doubt. The fast and blocky feel of the cube feels really nice as well and works well for fast turning. The customizable caps are also a nice touch to cater with those with alternate color schemes. I mentioned my gripe with the magnet configuration earlier, and honestly, it's just a nitpick, it's not a big deal. Sorry for making it seem like it was. But yeah, that's the MGC Square-1. For $19.95, this cube has fantastic performance and I would recommend it for everyone. Whether you're a serious Square-1 solver or just starting out, it really is that good. Going forwards, I absolutely love the MGC Square-1 and it will be my new main. I look forward to many more great solves with it. Also, let me know what you think of the review down in the comments. And if you are interested in picking up the MGC for yourself, make sure to go to speakcubeshop.com. The link will be in the top link of the description. Just make sure to use discount code RAF for 5% off your entire order. And with that, everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. The MGC is fast, both in the U and D layers and the slice, with strong magnets.
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 Magnet go, bro.
I love some good magnets.